This week we are talking time management and systems and intuition. And if you're down for no rules life, no rules business, join us for episode 5 of Renegade as Fuck. I'm Tania Daka of TaniaDaka.com, and I'm here with
Robin Jana Rosenhaus of RobinJRosenhaus.com.
I downloaded a new app today. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. It's 5 days free trial. We're going to test it out. It's called Motion. And apparently it's kind of like a scheduler and a personal assistant all in one. So you just kind of roll things in to the calendar and then you don't touch it again. You just there are buttons that you just push rather than having to reschedule stuff. It even sends emails when appointments need to be rescheduled or whatever. So we're going to see how this goes. They say it takes an hour off your time spent doing time management crap in your calendar. So we're going to see how that goes today. Yeah.
And it'll send you reminders when you have appointments?
Yeah, it sends you reminders and does all that stuff. It's got it looks really cool. It's very sleek, and they have a Chrome extension too. So, and I was like, it said to enter 3 tasks to move on to the next step, right? And I put in the next 3 deliverables that I have for clients. And I was like, I've never done this before. I've never actually put client work into my calendar. What?
I do.
I do not. I have never done it. I was like, no wonder I never get anything done until the last minute.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, you're supposed to actually schedule the time to work on it. I put it on there like it's due on this day, right? So I just it's out of my mind until that day. You're supposed to put it on the schedule before it's due. You're supposed to work on it before it's due.
Yeah.
What?
If I tell a client that I'm going to deliver a clearing on Sunday, I schedule it for 2 or 3 days before to actually do the work.
Now, see, in Trello, I've been doing that. I put the due date in there.
But you don't get the reminders.
But I don't block off this, because I work in focus sessions. I have hour and a half focus sessions. I have 3 focus sessions in a day, and those 3 focus sessions are either dedicated to marketing or they're dedicated to client work. So, but I've never specifically broken down a project and said during this focus session, you need to work on this project. I've just had the due dates there. So now it's this is what I'm working on this day. Oh, wow. Fucking light bulb.
Oh my God.
It was very interesting that the guy that did it, that I guess he's the founder of it or whatever, the app, the ad that caught my attention was him sitting on the floor holding up a piece of cardboard that said, I outsmarted my ADHD. I was like, okay, really?
Nice.
So I was like, let me check this out and see how you do that. And lo and behold, here we are.
Talk about
it's $228. I know, right? It's $228 a year. So I'm going to find out now.
Wow.
If it's going to be worth it.
And only 5 days worth of free trial. Right.
You got to work hard and fast to figure that app out.
Yeah.
I don't care. If it actually does what it says it does, and I can just put in my day and then just not touch anything else.
Game changer.
Then it'll be worth it, because I spend crazy amounts of time going between Trello and 17 Hats and Google Calendar and my phone. The Apple whatever calendar, the iCal whatever, on my phone and on my computer. So I'm like, why am I doing it? There has to be a better way than going from here to here to here to here to here to here.
I'm exhausted.
Really? So it's crazy.
I have Square is where my contracts are. So So anything that gets billed via Square, so like when we're doing like I just did the monthly business clearings. So I have a contract made up in Square. I go in, I set up the recurring invoices, all that goes out. And then Google Calendar, I schedule in, you know, clearing this day, this day, this day, this day, this day.
Is it automated?
What do you mean, is it automated?
Can you set up like a Zapier thing or whatever it's called, so that when Square sends this email, then this thing goes into your
it's going to
calendar?
always be a different date. It's always going to be
Oh,
a
yeah.
different date. So it depends
Sure.
on what time when I, like this client, I don't remember what day I spoke to her. But I told her that I would deliver the clearing on Sunday. So I can't really like put in this out, you know.
Gotcha.
But yeah, or I'll put it in as a task and then it'll whatever, and then I get my reminders. But
That's
so much
cool.
easier. And then Trello, all I'm using Trello for right now is Facebook posts. I have a whole bunch of pre-written Facebook posts. So I
That's
just
cool.
go in, I pull it out, I post it, and then I archive the card.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm trying to think how you could have like if you archive it, can you see it again ever? Do you have to?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta, I forget how, but yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
It would be really cool if they were like, I don't know. I still want to go back to Canva's whole scheduling thing, because I freaking love how organized all that stuff looks. And then I wonder, like, it does keep the old one. So then like when January of next year comes back around, you can just repost.
Well, I have all that in SmarterQ.
Oh, okay.
And I just had to increase my SmarterQ because it's like you have, I don't know, 1,113 pre-scheduled posts or something.
Nice, 1,113.
You know,
Okay.
so it's like you have to buy the next plan if you're adding more. So
Gotcha.
and so like one of the things that I do to save time is I have something called Repurpose. I love. So every time I do Facebook Live, it just automatically uploads to YouTube.
What? That's amazing.
Yes. And then I have Designrr. So that's what I've been doing with the posts and stuff. I've just been doing those daily lives. Put the YouTube link into Designrr. Designrr will transcribe it in like 3 minutes. And then I just go through and then pull out when I want to pull.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Systems, automation, it's where it's at. It's where it has to be.
Yeah, you know what? And that's just it. Like I was thinking about that coming downstairs today, and it's like, you know, no rules. And it's, you know, you can do whatever the frick you want.
Right.
But having systems
makes that freaking thing easier.
Yeah, because it reduces the decision fatigue.
Yeah. It's paralyzing when you're sitting and it's like, okay, whose project is coming up next, or you know, what needs to be put into LinkedIn, what needs to go to Twitter, what needs to go to whatever. So, and there's another thing you do, another piece of software you have that pulls out your clips, right?
Snippets, that's all part of Repurpose.
That's Repurpose also?
Yeah, that is my favorite.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's just it's like that's it, it's done. And they just came out with a workflow where you can send your stuff to TikTok.
Nice.
Yeah, or if you're somebody who goes to TikTok first, you can send out to the other channels.
That's awesome.
I haven't TikToked yet. I just consume TikTok.
I know, me too. I just sit there going, man, one day I'm going to create content. I don't know when.
You have a few things on there.
Yeah, I have a few, but it really is like it's moving fast, right? And so like people are coming on board more and more and more every day. So it will eventually get to be the way Facebook got to be, I guess, you know. So
Yeah.
right now it's still good for people to find you, but there are a lot of people that are like, you know, I just can't grow. I just can't grow. And I'm like, bro, you got to go look at your shit. You go figure out why you can't grow. Because you got, you
And the
know.
algorithms and all of that. So speaking of moving fast, is this episode 5 of Renegade as Fuck?
I believe that it is. I believe it
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have no idea what's going on right now,
I
we've
was
just
going
been
to go back
chatting
and put this at
away.
the end. I was going to say, oh, by the way, we can do the intro now. Now that we know what we did, we can go ahead and do it backwards.
So yeah, right. Like everything else, no rules.
Exactly. We do it our way. A friend of mine is thinking about well, she keeps thinking she wants to, you know, do something online to bring in some extra money and work on, you know, creating a business that she's been thinking about for like forever. And she's not from the US. So I was like, I got you, bro. I got you. You know, and I was thinking I can put together all this kind of stuff. And I was like, then you have to think about no rules. Like, what if she doesn't want to do it like that way? So I started going through that in my head. Like, what does it look like for someone who has no idea where to start to get started? Right? Like, how do they find out what their no rules looks like? Right? So one of the things that came to my head was once you know who you are and what you stand for, what your mission is, what your vision is, then you can begin to figure out which way your no rules path is going to take you, right? So because the after knowing what you want to bring to the world, you then have to figure out how you want to get it out there, because regardless, like if you want the no rules path means that you do what you want to do, but you got to do it in a way that does work. Okay,
It's
so it's
still
like
effective.
choosing, huh?
Got to be effective.
Right. You got to choose from what's there and then make it work. Like you can't go with the courses that are not necessarily right for you, and then or maybe you need to just be one of those people that are out there cold emailing people at, you know, every day. Maybe you're one of those people that wants to just get up and teach class every day. So, you know, you have to feel out your own no rules path and not worry about, you know, what Guru X had to say. So yeah.
That's David's kind of going through that right now. He is he really?
He's like, I want to be in the show.
Yeah, with this toy. David's kind of going through that. Like he's like, oh my God, I looked at Tanya's content, you know, scheduler thing, and he's like, I don't know if I have that much, and do I need to go to all these places and blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, you know, you got to figure out like what's going to be your main method of communicating with prospects and where you want to bring them in, is, you know, and then decide how much you want to try, you know, to create credibility.
Yeah. I mean, I believe in, like, you know, Frank Kern's whole advocacy about the omnipresent sort of footprint. So that's kind of where all of that came from. Grant Cardone, whatever, you told me all about that stuff you do. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I created that content thing from that perspective for the, you know, but it definitely doesn't mean that they have to do all of that stuff, right? You can pick a channel and go to it and make that your omnipresent channel. Instead of making one piece of content for Facebook, you might make 4 or 5 pieces of content for Facebook for a day. And then, you know, just keeping the whole Google monster happy, you got to figure out a way to get your SEO stuff in there. So, you know, figure out a way to, the whole point was to tie it all together so that it's easy and it becomes a workflow like what, you know, what you would use with Repurpose. So yeah, definitely tell him, like, just pick one. You don't have to do it all.
That's it. I'm like, where are your people?
Exactly. Where are your people? Go to it. Go play. Have fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
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 then
I
get
think that,
email addresses.
huh?
And then get email addresses
Yes.
so that you
Yeah.
can get their phone numbers and talk to them. And right now, I mean, like after lockdown and everything, I mean, again, no rules, but at the same time, what's working? And after everybody like being in their own little hidey holes for the past 2 years, they're looking to make connection. They want to talk. But like we
Mhm.
said last week, they're also savvy. So, it's like you've got to go in being genuine and wanting to make a connection with them. I
Yeah.
see that face.
People in my DMs, I'm like, look, bro, I'm gonna try and sell you. So if you're not here to be sold to, just go away. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. If I wanted to, I could smell his hey, how's it going from a mile away.
No, my
But
gosh, right?
I was
I
like, bro,
know.
I'm not in for that. But yeah, that whole thing, connection's a great profitable way to go. Doing the whole mass stand-up stuff, but yeah, it has to be effective, whatever it is that we that people choose. But so yeah. And so when you're starting out though, I think the biggest and the toughest part of sticking to your own path and not being swayed by the shiny objects and the flashing copy that I put out in your face is to like ultimately know what you feel comfortable with, right? So anyway, it is what it is, and I guess it's growth is part of the picture, but you have to know what you're going to be completely averse to and be
Yeah,
willing
and
to.
I don't know. I think for people who are just starting out, um, I think sometimes it's good to follow somebody's system
Yeah,
because you don't know what you don't know and you don't know what you don't like.
true.
And
That's
then
true.
the seasoned people, they still they'll buy somebody's system here and there and check it out because there might be a piece that they're like, oh, that'll really make my machine work better.
Right, right. But they have like in that trying other people's systems, they need to try systems that don't make them cringe right from the get,
Oh gosh, yeah.
right? Like, and here's another thing, if they won't tell you what the system is, don't fucking buy it. Don't buy it. If they won't tell you what it is, don't step into it. But if they can tell you, hey, it's this, that we do, this is our process. We get in and we meet people. We have scripts, we have support to help you meet people. We have ways for you to find whatever. We have ways for you to whatever, like they want to get into the details of it and it feels like a path you want to go down, then absolutely go and figure out what you don't know. Go and learn what you don't know for sure.
And and just because it's part of my work, I'm gonna say check in also with your intuition. Like if you're woo-woo and stuff, pull cards, do stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's one of my clients, she had come to me and asked me about one particular company, and I had told you about them. And she's like, they had really fancy sales copy and high pressure and the whole thing. And she was like, she was so sure. And I
Mhm.
tested it and I'm like, no, 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 no. And she bought it anyway. And like not even a month in, she was like, oh man, Robin,
Fuck this shit.
I wasted my money. Yeah, yeah.
Tough
Like it's
fucking
the same
lessons to
thing
learn.
everybody else is doing. It's stuff I don't want to do, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
these are tough lessons to learn. And I guess in the end, I guess there has to be something, that she could take from it or whatever. But when you get sour, it's like, fuck it, no, I don't care.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yep,
Yeah,
intuition
she
is
did. She got a
definitely
couple things. She got a couple things from it. And then she ended up um I don't know, I don't know if there's a group or something with it, but
Mhm.
she ended up meeting somebody and made a connection. So, I
That's
mean, it
cool.
wasn't a complete bust, but it was funny because I was just like, yeah, no, whatever their method is, you're not gonna like it. You are not gonna resonate with it, and you're not gonna do it. And she's like, mm-hmm.
So since you're bringing that up and you bring up the intuition part of it, like what can you tell somebody who's not attuned to their own intuition necessarily? How can they is there a way for them to tap into their own energy or
Besides
whatever?
hiring me.
Besides, well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, for sure, to hire you, absolutely. And let me just say that
You
when
know
it
what?
comes,
You know what? It's usually when something looks really, really pretty and really, really shiny and really, really, really sparkly, that there's that voice inside of you that that everybody's got. They don't always realize that it's there, but it's that voice that says, you know, don't go to this restaurant, and then you find out that, they got shut down by the health department, like
right,
it's but what happens is the shinier the object, the quieter the voice, the more it appeals to you, where you're like, oh my God, this is the thing. You got to really like step away and give yourself at least 24 hours.
true. That's a
That
good
if you're
point.
not, if you don't know how to intentionally tap into your intuition, that's where to go, because that's the only way you're gonna start noticing those feelings in your body that
Mhm.
are telling you something just isn't quite copacetic.
Cool. Those are good. That's a good way to tap in. Awesome. All right. Other than that, I definitely agree that you should hire Robin for that. She's usually infallible in these things. Just saying. Don't know how I know,
We
but
won't air dirty laundry. I
much.
did enough laundry today.
Yeah, that's it. Speaking of
So,
laundry, gotta do that too. Thanks so
yeah.
much. Love that reminder. Fucking Tuesday. I was in such a bad mood this where I was like, the kids, they walk around when they get mad. They're stupid idiot, idiot, stupid idiot, stupid, because they can't swear. So I was walking around going, stupid idiot, idiot, stupid idiot. It's like you're not even talking to anybody. It's just being mad. So
I
yeah,
was
that's
I
where.
was in a bad mood this morning too. I woke up earlier than I wanted to.
Ooh,
And then,
boo.
yeah, and then because David's sick, he's grumpy,
Yeah,
so it's just like there's just all this grumpy energy all around. So I had to take
that
some
being sick was
time and shift the energy, and sometimes you don't feel like it.
right. I'll do it. Stupid idiot, idiot, stupid idiot, idiot.
For
But
sure.
I'll do it. Stupid idiot. Anyway,
Anyway, I don't
so
know.
yeah,
That's all I got. I think
yeah,
we ended up talking about time management.
yeah. We can switch gears. I guess so what I'll do is let's do a close right now. I can cut this out, I guess. Let's do a close right now, and then we'll do the the intro after the close. Does that
Okay.
work? All right. So all right, so that's it for today. Get your systems together, figure out whatever your path is. And even if we say no rules, it means your rules, your way. So it's not like don't fucking do anything. So get your systems together, get your shit in order. And then if you need help, Robin's got the down low on the intuition hits that you may not be feeling. And what I have to say about that is hire her. Anyway, that's it. That is episode 6, and we are a wrap. We'll see you next week. And let's roll into the intro. You want to do it? You want me to do it? You do
You
it.
do it. You do better.
Okay, I do not. All right. What is it? Where are we? Renegade is what?
So what did
Welcome.
we do? Well, last week we talked about systems more, but this week we talked more about time. But yeah, episode 6, you called it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't
said
know if
we're
it's
gonna do the
episode
teaser
6.
line. Yeah. Oh, 5. No, copy arena is 6. Oh, the secret to getting your no rules right is coming up in episode 5 of Renegade as Fuck. Welcome. I am Tania Daka, and I'm here with
Robin John Rosenhaus.
and I forgot the rest. I can't fucking think.
Welcome.
See, you put this on my shoulders. Put this on my shoulders for what? I don't deserve this. Okay.
Hey, see, this is no rules right here. Because who else does an intro like this?
This is how we do. Okay, so we're trying to. Anyway, I'm Tania Daka of TaniaDaka.com. I'm Robin Jonna Rosenhaus of Robin J. Are you fucking? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm taking the shit out.
Rosenhaus.com. Yeah.
Do it again. I was talking on top of you.
What? Oh, me again?
I don't know. Let's try. Okay, stop. I'm gonna do this again. Okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. From the beginning of the beginning. No. Let me get this fucking hair down. All right.